What's going on, fellow Illuminators? Welcome back in. I'm Lorcana Thanos, the Mad Titan of the Illuminary. So we have three more DLCs ahead of us now that DLC Toronto is behind us and the Set 5 metagame is here. So I wanted to talk about 6 tech cards for the Shimmering Skies meta. So we're just going to go down the list, ink by ink. So first up, for Amber, we have Alan Adel. So he's a inkable of 4 costs. That is 2 strength, 3 willpower with 2 lore pips. And he says that whenever you play a song, you gain 1 lore. So obviously this is most ideal for Steel Song. And obviously within that 4 slot, you have things like obviously the brand new Prince Naveen and of course Rapunzel gifted with healing. However, I do think this card has some sneaky potential as you are obviously a Psalm based deck, so it's a way to gain that lore a little bit quicker. I think that's the name of the game going into this particular format. Moving right along into Amethyst, we have Anna Mystical Majesty, who's a non-inkable 7 cost Glimmer, but she's just for 4, has 4 strength, 5 willpower, and 2 lore pips. Now, Anna is a very interesting card that I think has some sneaky potential because she says that when you play this character, you exert all opposing characters. And then if you use something, say like Elsa Spirit of Winter, you can then lock something down. Or if you go with a more challenge-based strategy, you can then clear out your opponent's board. I think that is something to look at here in the future. Moving on to Emerald, I chose a very interesting potential for Emerald. With Emerald, we have I Will Find My Way. It is a 1 cost syncable song that says chosen character gets +2 strength and may move to a location for free. So you may be asking, okay, what's the big deal with this card? Well, the reason why I chose it is because 1, it's inkable, 2, it's just 1, so practically anybody can sing it. And I think moving to a location for free is also a very good ability. Um, Obviously, most movement costs is like 1 to 3, but I do feel like being able to get a boost for challenging, especially early game going into Daisy, who will be a problem card going forward with the hyper aggro deck, and then being able to move to a location such as, of course, the library, Queen's Castle, things like that, is something that is going to be relevant. All right, so for Ruby, we have Noi Acrobatic Baby. She is a inkable 4 cost that's forcing 4 willpower and a lore pip, and the ability Fancy Footwork. So whenever you play in action, this character takes no damage from challenges for the turn. So I like this card a lot because it has a lot of flexibility in how you can pair it. So obviously you can say you want to go like a damage type of situation where you go like boom, fire the cannons, let the storm rage on. If you're in steel, obviously you could go with like maybe drawing a card for say something like Friends or A Whole New World. There's just a lot of I think there's a lot of interesting ways that you can like maybe set this card up and then go in and then she's protected and then with that 4 strength that's going to be able to get rid of a problem card like we just talked about, like Daisy. And so I think this card has a lot of potential. Going into the color that got the biggest glow up in Shimmering Skies, we have Sapphire. Sapphire's card is one that I have been looking at for a while, and that is Glean. This is a 1 cost inkable action that says you banish chosen item, its player gains 2 lore. Now, why is this card on here? If you notice, I'm looking at cards that are ways to uh, ramp or increase your lore at a higher rate than normal, right? And so I think this is Sapphire's version of gathering knowledge. And I talked about gathering knowledge in my favorite cards in Shimmering Skies video, which you can find in the card up here. But the reason why I like this card is because I think it synergizes really well with what these Sapphire strategies want to do. Obviously, you're going to pop your items with Hiram in order to draw cards or get them back with Tamatoa. But I feel like this is a way to get lore at a quicker rate of speed and then get it back with Tamatoa and then maybe do a Hiram play. Copy something with Dime, and I just think it has potential. And lastly, for Steel, we have the 7 Dwarfs Mine. It is a 2 cost inkable location that is a 2 movement cost, has 6 willpower, and a lore pip. The ability is called Mountain Defense. During your turn, the first time that you move character here, you may deal a damage to chosen character. And if you move to knight, you deal 2 damage. So the secondary part of that, I don't think at this current point in time of recording is that relevant. Sure, you could play a knight deck, you could run the Cindy, you could run Goofy Knight for a day, but the first ability I do think has potential with the ping deck. So with how you distribute damage in that deck, this is just another way to do it. Obviously, it requires more ink for setup to work, but I do think once it's established, I do think it is a way to go about adding some additional damage. Obviously, the better way to do it is, of course, with cards like Strength of Raging Fire with Storm Rage on and Grab Your Sword. But I do think it is an interesting tech option. All right, and there you have it. Those are my picks for 6 tech cards in the Shimmering Skies meta. Be sure to let me know down below what you thought of the list, and let me know what cards you think are viable tech options in this metagame. As always, be sure to give me one of these. They're super impactful for letting the YouTube algorithm do what it does best, and that's helping this video find other Lumineers like yourself. As always, if you enjoy the Lorcana content here on the channel and you want to see more, be sure to do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button and click that bell so you get notified when I upload new videos every Tuesday and Friday. As always, you can follow me on the artist formerly known as Twitter on X at Lorcana Thanos. Thanks for watching, and remember, the hardest choices require the strongest wills. Bye.